So it looks like Kyle Larson is looking at a return to NASCAR. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. As I just mentioned here, Kyle Larson is currently looking at a return to the NASCAR Cup Series. Here's what Adam Stern had to say about this. Kyle Larson is eyeing a return to the Cup Series as soon as possible for having been indefinitely suspended after being caught using a racial slur during an exhibition iRacing event. On top of that, another report came out last night, and Adam Stern said NASCAR is expanding its work with Urban Youth Race School, which Kyle Larson has been associated. On top of that, and several industry people were in Philadelphia for a visit 2 weeks ago, including Steve Phelps, Kyle Larson, and get this, Chevy GM executives Jim Campbell. That is very interesting right there. Now, a little bit of a backstory behind Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson made a major mistake not that long ago, back in April, I believe on Easter, if I'm not mistaken as well. There was an event going on during the COVID-19 pandemic called the Monza Madness, organized by Landon Castle. Kyle Larson said a racial slur. We all know that racial slur that he said. And basically, he lost his contract with Chevy, lost all of his sponsors except one or two of them. He lost Clover, McDonald's. A bunch of sponsors basically said, F you, Kyle Larson. We're not going to sponsor you anymore. And also, Chevy terminated their contract. It, however, looks like with these recent rumblings that Kyle Larson and Chevy look like they are getting back together. Now, Kyle Larson has not reinstated currently in NASCAR, but I have some speculation on what is going on. I have a weird feeling right now that Kyle Larson is going to be announced to the 48 car, and on the same day, Kyle Larson's going to announce his reinstatement. I think you're going to see both of it get announced. I also think that the 48 car is really not going to get announced till the end of the year, and they're probably waiting until Jimmie Johnson finishes his final year. In respect to Jimmie Johnson, one of the greatest NASCAR drivers of all time. Now, I personally think Kyle Larson made a major mistake. He made a big mess up earlier this year, but I personally believe Kyle Larson deserves a second chance. He is my current favorite driver in all of motorsports right now. Just watching what he's done in the world of Outlaws, he's been tearing it up. On top of that, he's been going out and helping his communities. He actually was at the George Floyd funeral. He's been, like I said, he's been helping out communities, going out there and supporting people. And he did this all off of social media. He did this on his own. And he believes he deserves a second chance. And I 100% believe that Kyle Larson deserves a second chance to come back to motorsports. If he is announced to the 48 car next year, and I think it's very clear that he's probably going to be the driver who's driving the 48. Hedger Motorsports had a meeting a few weeks ago as well, if I'm not mistaken, and it was said that there was a certain driver there. They didn't mention the driver. Eric Jones will let go after, and there is speculation Eric Jones could also be like a backup for the 48 car or the 88 car. There is also a possibility that a guy like Alex Bowman could be moving over to the 48 and putting Kyle Larson in the 88 because Alex Bowman does struggle for sponsorship. That's one of the big reasons why I've been hearing that rumor. But Kyle Larson's interesting. We all originally thought before the pandemic that Kyle Larson was going to be either going to the 48 or the 14 car anyways. So it's going to all come full circle if Kyle Larson is to drive the 48 car next year. But like I said, I think Kyle Larson deserves a second chance. He made a massive mistake, like I said. But we all make mistakes in life, and we all should be able to forgive Kyle Larson for what he did. Because honestly, I think he deserves a second chance. If he is to go to the 88 car or the 48 car, what are my expectations for him next year? I think Kyle Larson will actually be a championship contender. I really do think. Have you seen him in the world of Outlaws? He's been tearing up there in the dirt lease. He won a dirt late model race only in his second start. On top of that, he was overachieving in the Chip Ganassi race cars when he drove for them. You know, he got 6 wins with that team. And if you look at the team this year, yes, Kurt Busch did win a race with them recently in Las Vegas, but he kind of got lucky with them on. Granted, he had to hold them off, but Kurt Busch hasn't been as good this year as he was last year. I think Kyle Larson was kind of carrying the team. On top of that, Matt Kenseth really hasn't been that great. I think Ross Chastain is definitely going to do good when he drives a 42 car. But I think Kyle Larson, absolutely, if he goes to Hendrick Motorsports, I think he is going to be a championship contender. I think Kyle Larson is deserving, like I said, a second chance. I think he will get that second chance. And I think he deserves to go to this 48 car. I really think that it's all leading to this point. The fact that he had a meeting recently with Jim Campbell is really eyeing to me that he's going to be returning to NASCAR. And I think, like I said, I think on the same day that Kyle Larson gets reinstated, I think he's going to be announced to the 48 car, but I don't think that is going to be till the end of the year. I think that all of NASCAR industry knows that Kyle Larson is looking to be there, and the fact that also Steve Phelps was there That is very interesting to know. And the question is, if Kyle Larson goes to 48 next year, what's going to happen with NASCAR silly season? Because this is where everything is interesting. I think that Kyle Larson goes to the 48 car. I think Eric Jones will end up in the 37 car. I don't think he's going to end up in like the 14 or the 43 car. I think he's going to end up in the 37 car. That's what I'm expecting there. I also think that Clint Bowyer could have a good chance of returning to NASCAR next year in 2021. It's been rumored that he might be leaving NASCAR after this year, but again, there's a good chance he might resign with the 14. Or there's also a really good chance that Chase Briscoe could end up driving the number 14 car next year full time. You look at what Chase Briscoe's done, especially recently in the Xfinity Series. He's got 8 victories, and he said his goal was to win 8 races in 2020 if he really wanted to get an opportunity in the NASCAR Cup Series. I think Kyle Larson, with him going to the 48 car, probably with all these silly season moves, silly season still has a lot of questions answered. There's still a lot of places. We also don't know what's going on Matt DiBenedetto for next year. Is he going to return to the 21 car? Is Austin Cindric going to move into the 21 car? That's another thing. And DiBenedetto could also end up being in the running for the 48 car if he is not to return to the 21. But my honest opinion, I think with these recent rumblings and these recent reports, I think Kyle Larson is for sure going to end up returning to Hendrick Motorsports, come back to Chevy. And like I said, we all thought that Kyle Larson was going to be driving the 48 car regardless at the beginning of the 2020 season. So, anyway, that is going to be it for today's video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel, turn notifications so you be notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links description below for that. And comment your thoughts on today's video. Do you guys believe that Kyle Larson deserves a second chance? And if so, if he does deserve a second chance, do you think that he should be in the 48 car next year? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, once again, I want to thank you guys for your continued support here on the channel. We've been gaining a lot of momentum recently. And once again, I want to thank you guys for continuing to support the channel. I really appreciate it. Anyway, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.